we had some more topics that we had to go over.
Gotta come get them.
Yeah,
go back and get them number 2.
Yes. This one is the original idea I wanted to talk about. So let's get into it, man. What do you think about this? These scammers out there, how to grow your businesses to $100,000, and then that's a key number too, huh? I guess that's the number that gets the people's eyes open.
Hey, man,
how do you feel about it?
Get your money. Hey, the reason why those guys exist because they're dumbasses out there.
Yeah.
So if you don't want those guys to exist, don't be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, we do some victim blaming right now. Like,
yeah.
If you're in that much desperate mode where you're gonna respond back to them dudes like, them dudes aren't the problem, man. You are, if you need that type of help.
Yeah. To me, it's one of those things where it's always
bittersweet. I mean,
yeah, because I'm always in a position where I'm considering not only capital generation and marketing. It's like, okay, if you do that good, if you could sell good, you could sell anything good. But the other component is if you're selling a bad product, you're selling a cheap service, or it's a scam. You can sell scams too. Like, that's one thing I don't think people realize. It's like the guys that can sell will sell anything that's going to make them money. That's why you see guys jumping around from different thing to different thing, because they obviously know how to sell. So if one guy is selling a real estate type of deal, sales pitch to you, or he's selling you how to scale your detailing business to $100,000. I even saw one dude that was trying to sell something on how to dress yourself. And
was he fly?
No, he wasn't. And everybody was like, he's wearing the scammer's outfit, because he had the white pants with the jacket that was a little too tight, got all the Fashion Nova gear on, trying to stunt.
He had his shirt tucked in a little bit in the front so he could show his belt buckle.
all the basic stuff that just looks cheesy, and you look like a scammer.
He had the watch.
And then he had the loafers with the no sock. You know how they do the velvet loafers. He was doing all of that, son. He was doing all of that. So if you can't spot a scammer or a scam, then you're the ones that are keeping them alive. You're getting scammed.
Hey, but they attractness attracts a like. Thing. So if someone is like, that's where I want to be, and they see that, they come running like, that's my man.
That's all it is. Is like attracts like. Yeah, because all those dudes are looking for a scheme. They're looking for their jump off scheme, and they're like, it might be this. It wasn't the vending machines, it might be this one. Or it wasn't the ATM machines, it might be this one. That's just the way they roll.
That's how they roll, son.
So anyway, we're gonna tell you the secret of how to make $100,000 in your detailing business. You work, you do it smart, you make good decisions, you stay ethical,
you run lean.
Yes.
Lean, very lean.
Yes. You maximize your profits, you reduce your overhead, you get rid of your debt. Like that's how you make money. Those are things that you can do to make money. But these guys don't go into debt. They don't go into detail with any of that stuff. So if these guys can't tell you the basics of stuff, and obviously there's subcategories for everything we just mentioned, and there's so much more. But if they can't even hit on those points, then you already know they don't know what they're talking about. Don't get scammed out there, guys. If you guys need real consulting, we're always here. And if you don't want to use us, there's other guys that we know in the business that we can refer you to that may fit your style or your budget or your business model itself. So we always link that in the description.
And shout out to those cats that they say I have consulting. I do consulting. I perhaps participate in consulting. The school in YouTube. Some folks are just good at managing their resources. They know what questions.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot from YouTube.
Oh, my man told me that, so then I can apply that here. So I don't need to go there. So it's
just a way of thinking. Yeah. It's a way of thinking that I think the comprehension is not there for a lot of guys or it's for a lot of business owners, period. And I think once that comprehension is there and then it's applied to the business and the operation, things just run. You just eliminate so much headache and it makes things so much smoother, and you can actually concentrate on growing the business instead of fixing all the things that keep collapsing on you. Because it's always going to happen. Whether you're running a good operation or a bad operation, what's always going to happen? Things are always going to be collapsing on you, changing on you. Things are thrown at you. So imagine having all these things thrown at you, but you have an open set of hands, with some nice gloves that have that tacky shit on it all the players use nowadays. Imagine catching a ball like that, opposed to having 5 balls in your hands like this, and more balls are getting thrown at you, and you're trying to catch. You got too much on your plate. You can't handle stuff, and that's how people get buried and their businesses get rough. But none of these dudes trying to sell you any of these programs are going to be able to tell you how to fix that stuff. So again, don't fall for the scammers out there. I'll tell you one way not to. I'll tell you, and I'll give. And I want to touch on another subject too, because we fell victim to this past year, and it's not pricing things properly. And there's one particular vehicle that I absolutely can't stand doing, and I wanted to talk about it because it was fresh in my mind.
Oh, I know which one this is. I know what vehicle.
Going with it.
That's got to be the Tesla truck.
Yeah.
Gotta be the Tesla truck, right?
And this is an example of, imagine if we were starting out as detailers and I told them a price that I wasn't okay with, but now this is on my routine. How much time and how much money and labor would I be losing doing this job at not the right price point?
You would be you would be calling these scammers and trying to figure out what's wrong with your business. Because bro, the Tesla be sneaking up on you, man. Like,
and this one is.
Let's talk about all the stuff that Tesla you got to do. With
so it's first of all, it was unprecedented, right? We didn't. Go ahead. We didn't have. There was no. There was nothing for this. It was like a case study for every detailer out there, right?
Yes.
Because the guys that work on metal, obviously they had an advantage, but those guys are usually not detailing vehicles. The metal polishers usually aren't detailing paintwork, and so when it's flipped around, it's tough. It's like, okay, how do we do this thing? How do we decontaminate it? How do we coat it? What if there's imperfections in it? What do we, and there's things that you just have to learn to adjust to, and there's a lot of stuff on that where you're just like, yo, it is that's just the way it is. There's no fixing that. Like I don't, and the clients kind of know because they hyped it up as such a special vehicle. Well, part of being a special, unique vehicle is there's no, we're trying to figure out, the rest of the industry is trying to figure out how to make these things look and keep them looking good. And I honestly don't think there's any answer to keeping these things looking good, because they look busted. And I love the car. I was actually going to get one. But once I did my first maintenance on one, I said, oh no. And it was already on one that we had coated everything, top to bottom, inside and out on. And I said, oh no, this is not happening.
In the comments, always get wild when you talk about electrical cars. So we're not talking about the benefits of having.
Yeah, that's not. No.
We're talking strictly.
We're talking about
of cleaning it.
Yes, and this car would be my daily driver. I'm like, this thing is I'm gonna spend so much time on this car, because not only it looks like, I don't have a problem with the design. A lot of people dislike it. I'm cool with it. The inside is really nice. The exterior, I'm cool with. I'm not like, I don't think it's ugly and I don't think it's fantastic. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I'm like, whatever. Utility wise, all that stuff, performance, I'm okay. I like technology, of course, but I think it's a cool truck. I think it's, in my opinion, it's a cool looking truck, and I wouldn't mind having it. But when they are dirty, these things do not look, in my opinion, these things look nasty. They look nasty. They look like, when they're dirty, it's almost like, ugh. And I don't know if it's because the material, but we live in a very dusty area, and these things just get crazy dusty. So I'm noticing these are very difficult to clean, maintain, and a lot of the like with all Teslas, all the black trim gets like shot within the first couple of months. So when you're maintaining these vehicles, you got to keep all of that in mind. I gotta touch up the black trim pretty much every time to keep this, especially after I told the client, hey, and I coded all of that because he wanted all of it done. Oh, this is gonna help maintain the look of your of the plastic.
He's looking at you like
it's gonna keep it dark. So now he's like, okay, well, you better keep it dark. So our responsibility as, ethical detailers is I have to make sure that vehicle looks like it did when it was coated. Obviously there's going to be some drop off.
So the black trim fades.
Yes.
On Tesla.
That's number one.
But back to that. So since you told the client that the black trim, you're going to keep the black trim black, it's going to stay whatever the case.
He paid extra for the trim coating. Yeah.
So would that be something you go in the future with the Tesla truck, knowing the information now, or even just doing a basic car wash on that type of vehicle? Do you still have to do that? Maintain the black? I would say yes.
Yes.
Because you can't make that black look good unless you put something out, no matter how good you clean.
Yes. I'm doing it personally because that could be the difference between us wowing the client and the client just being happy with the service and the end result. But you hit that's making a completely different, giving that car a completely different look. Any black trim that's chalked out looks nasty. These ones look extra nasty. And it takes a lot to get because there's a lot of that thick black trim. There's a lot of it, and if we're talking the wheel wells, the whole bottoms, that's a lot. That's a lot of thick black trim. And they just get beat up and they get torn down. And the one specifically we're working on, it's been giving me it's a nightmare, man. Like, you see how I am before. I'm like, fuck, here we go. Like, here I go. Like, I'm as soon as I'm done with X amount, I have to allocate at least probably 25 minutes, 25 minutes. Maybe I would say about 20 minutes to the black plastics, because sometimes I have to go over it twice.
Okay.
Unless I'm using PSS by Coach Kemby. If you don't have it, get it. But that's expensive stuff. If we're in a rush, I'm hitting it with PSS because I'm spraying it on, it's coming off, and then I'm doing the final wipe down with the FSC. It's a wrap. I'm done. We're talking 5 minutes instead of 20. But go on, what were you going to say?
So that was the black trim. That's horrible. That's in a job in itself. That's all finishing work.
Yes.
Period. And you're finishing, it should take longer when you're finishing.
Okay. Go ahead. I got another one.
Number two is, let's talk about that windshield.
Oh, I've never done the windshield.
That's a big ass windshield.
And I don't want to.
I have it written down, big ass windshield.
And it goes like, you have that in your notes?
What's that?
In your notes?
There's no need to. Nothing else has that. Nothing else has Tesla truck, just big ass windshield.
If you guys haven't worked on them, the slant is like this. And then it just goes straight like this. So you're in there deep, and it's like the dash is super deep. So for you to get to the front of the windshield, you're literally leaning over.
You need a tool.
Yeah, it's that long.
So big ass windshield. So we all know the deal with glass. The wheels suck on that, and then when those things get dirty.
Actually, speaking of glass, Sal actually got something special for this week that he's loving.
Product of the week!
Yes, sir.
Product of the week! This is product of the year right here so far. This is 2025 greatest hits.
And this one is certified. Brought to you by Car Supplies Warehouse.
Details 10. Get yourself a little 10% discount. Details 10. Get yourself a little 10% discount.
All right.
Product of the year. Put it down. This is take the spot of the top 5. Coach Kimmy, this is like the best. I don't know why you guys haven't. Diego! Well, Diego, how come you didn't tell us about all around surface cleaner, ASC? Have they talked about this? Have they talked about this?
So when I was at the training in San Diego, they had it on the table, but it was kind of off to the side. Kind of like, oh, we'll talk about this one later.
Yeah.
Or we never got back to it. It got that type of energy. So I don't know.
Oh, ASC. So you had told me about we got it.
Yeah.
We haven't used it for anything, but then you watched the video. I think it's best in class detailing or
yes. So shout out to Best in Class. I think it was Best in Class. Yeah, Best in Class, and he was talking about it. He was talking about how he doesn't use window cleaner. I'm like, oh, he doesn't use window cleaner. Interesting.
Understandable because people use water.
Yeah, people use water. But he goes, I use what's called the ASC by Coach Kemi, because he rolls with nothing but Coach Kemi. Smart. The guy, he understands the value of that. So he's using this, and he goes, it's an all surface cleaner. And this stuff, it's less streaking. It doesn't smudge. He goes, I like it. And it cleans them up good. And he just shows, boom, boom. Clean, simple. Okay, cool, whatever. Then I'm doing more research on it. Then I see Matt Moorman talking about it. Okay, we use this to clean up the shop because it's good for everything.
And mind you, Matt Moore gave us Bill Hammer Traceless.
Yes.
So man knows a little thing about cleaning.
Yes, exactly. So he says we use this around the shop. We use it on computer screens. We use it on any monitors that we have, the TVs. We do it on all the countertops.
Says something about Traceless. He's like, you got to clean everything.
Well, when the Traceless came out, now he uses a Traceless for everything.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, obviously things get, it's easier for him. Right. Traceless is nice to use. But this here, Traceless, if you guys haven't used it by Bill Hammer, another great product. That is that's a dedicated window cleaner.
It's a bad mother lover.
Yeah, that's a really, really good one. But Sal, we use this on Windows first.
You use it on Windows because you said my man use it for Windows. Yeah. So try this out, man.
So I got a couple bottles. I was like, I don't know. It's just always good to have. Whatever. So and I bought it intentionally for maintenance clients. Because they state it's not a heavy duty cleaner. It's not, this is just for simple wipe down stuff. So I said, okay, well, let me get a bottle and let's, if we need it. Maintenance, easy wipe down. Just spray the towel, wipe it down, I'm good to go. But Sal actually tried it on an interior and it worked good.
Yeah, so I tried it on the glass first and I was just like, yo, man, my man ain't playing. This stuff ain't even no streaks. I did it on the windshield, the hardest part.
And let these cats know who don't know. If you're just tuning in, welcome, by the way. If you're just tuning in, Sal went on a whole year and a half of just using different types of listening to everybody's suggestions on Windows, reaching out to people. He was talking to people that install Windows, glass makers, anybody that had to do anything with window cleaning or glass cleaning, he's asking, hey, bro, this. So he knows how to clean glass.
I asked the dude hustling trying to clean the window. I said, man, what are you using? Maybe you're doing this.
He's like, man, I just got this newspaper and
I just take it from the gas station.
So Sal's passionate about the glass, and he cleans 98% of the glass on every detail we do because not because I don't like it. It's because we know he's faster at it. Why even try to...
Well, order of operations. That's usually how when things...
Yeah, time out and stuff. And I know he can... Why am I going to sit there and struggle if we know... That's like, hey, how you say, you know what, Sal, you polish it. You polish out that hood. It's like, no, we know our strengths and where... we know where to allocate our resources. So Sal's just better at glass. So give them your experience with this product, compared to everything else. What's happening here?
Compared to everything else, I think everything else is kind of the same as far as results. We use distilled water, which works great. If you're one of them detailers trying to figure out how to save, you could get great results if you learn how to use with distilled water. So one less chemical. Then we tried all kinds of different sprays, right? From every chemical. Then we tried the towels. Towels is the biggest thing you could alleviate all the stuff. You just have a fresh, dedicated cleaning towel. That solves a lot of problems. Don't worry about what brand and all that, but Clean Korea is the best. Fresh towel, distilled water, and then obviously how much, the application. Do you spray the surface first? Do you spray the towel? Do you spray the second towel? How many times you use 4 towels? Sometimes it all depends. Sometimes you do use 4 towels. But anyway, I tried this on the windshield in the sun. And I just did it the normal way I would do it, as if I were doing normal windows with the product I normally use. And it cleaned up on the first towel wipe. I didn't have to go with the second one. So, and I went inside and looked, did a couple more different areas, and I left the streak on one, but that was just poor technique and nothing to do with the product. And
inspections also, guys, are really crucial, because if you're not expecting it properly.
Yeah, because you gotta expect it when it's in the sun. You gotta expect it in the shade. You gotta expect it when there's frost. Like you gotta learn a different. Okay, the sun's not showing, so I got.
I don't think people understand that. Like the detailed eye has to really, really kick in at times. It's almost like paint correction. Like when you're looking for scratches, it's like, am I see? Because there's times where I'll be like, okay, it's cool. It sounds like, hey, brother, can you right here? Yeah, but you can only see it from right here, but I could see it right here really bad. But the rest of it you're not seeing. Or the sun there's been times where we've done the cars. It sounds like we gotta wait for the sun to come up because I gotta see I need to see the light's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be passing through the entire car, and I want to make sure all my glass is looking fresh. You know, and if it's like an SUV or something with a lot of windows, you'll be able to see at the right time of day everything. Or if you guys are using lighting, you know, artificial lighting, you guys can place it in your shop where it's mimicking, you know, a certain time of day where you can see all the glass at once and notice pretty much anything. But so go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So looking at different angles, and then I just said, "Hey, Joel, man, you come check this. You come check the results. You see if you see anything." And he said, "No," and I was like, "Yo, this is pretty." The application was pretty easy, so I was really impressed. So I was just going to this for the window.
And what do you remember? What towel combo you were using for it?
Yeah, I used a fresh Kirkland. Matter of fact, it wasn't even fresh Kirkland. It was probably like third wash Kirkland but dedicated glass cleaning.
Yeah, make sure, guys, and this is another thing with glass cleaning. How do we go? We all about glass cleaning, whatever product of the week. Yeah. This thing is good. But anyway, with the glass cleaning,
so just keep glass cleaning. It gets down on glass. Yeah. But so I was just using it for glass, and then we had a disaster, and I was doing the glass, and I seen that there was a little spot that was missed. So I went in, and it was a grimy spot. It was where the armrest is, the driver armrest. So I was like, let me go see what this does. So I sprayed it, and I grabbed my fresh Kirkland that I haven't used yet. And I was like, let me use this one. And, man, that thing came off, sounded like it was Polestar. Yeah. I said, no, because I was like, this thing was scrubbed. This thing was steamed already. This thing had to be pretty strong to get left behind.
I put in work in it. I wasn't cutting no corners. Like I did it right.
Exfoliated.
I did everything. It's steamed. I think I even hit steam.
So I was just like, let me spray this on here, and I wiped it. That thing came off like butter, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And then I see some spots missed on the headliner, and I was doing the windshield. I looked up, so oh shoot, missed that one. Sprayed this, and like it erased it. Mind you, we hit it with Polestar.
Yeah.
We hit it with Polestar and a little bit of Green Star.
Yeah.
The diluted right for interior Green Star. And then I was just like, oh man. I said, Joel, you need to, when you do the interior, you go ahead and try it. Oh, so he tried it, but before that, I made my own 3-step system. Coach Kimmy 3-step carpet cleaning system. I used the Green Star, I used the Polestar, and I said, "Give me the GSC, give me the GSC." And I went through with the GSC and hit it with that too.
Hey, that might be the combo,
man.
Well, because one's neutral, right? Yeah, Polestar is neutral. So if you go high alkaline then neutral, I would. I don't know chemistry that well, but I'm thinking, whatever you're knocking it down back to
this
neutral.
ain't acidic because they don't have no measuring on it.
Yeah.
So
this is
So again, well, did you tell about your experience with the interior?
Yeah, so Sal goes, "Hey man, you got to try this on the interior." I was like, "Man, this ain't gonna do nothing, man. It works good on your glass, but glass and makeup are two different things." So we were working on this car, and there was some makeup on the steering wheel and makeup on the door handle where you get out, like the most touch areas. And I go to the door handle because there's plastic there, there's leather there, and then there's vinyl. So I said, okay, there's a few different materials over there. Let me hit it with this. Let me see what Sal's talking about. So I just hit it and I let it sit for maybe 4 or 5 seconds. And then I had it, I had already had a towel on me and just kind of, I wasn't expecting it to do much. So I wasn't cleaning it. I didn't want to scrub too hard because I didn't know if it was going to come off easily. Because sometimes it's just light surface stuff. But as I went through, I took a couple swipes and it was gone. All the makeup was gone. And makeup is one of those things where you could hit it one time with and makeup's one of those things where you could hit it one time with one cleaner and it's not going to do anything. You can hit it with a stronger cleaner and it may start to drip and get real milky. But you hit it with the good cleaner and you almost see that stuff start to deteriorate. This kind of lightened it up right away. I noticed it was working. I said, oh, okay, this thing is breaking that stuff down. And I wasn't expecting that from this little cleaner. I was like, oh, well, this is going to be something for the shop. That's kind of what they push it as if you own your vehicle and you just want a quick wipe down for everything because it's safe on all surfaces, which is cool. So if I have a car or for clients, this is the gift that I'm going to give them. No more multiple things. Bro, this is all you need, brother.
This one thing for the
This is all you need. Mm-hmm. So if you guys want to pick it up, Car Supplies Warehouse, use discount code details10, get 10% off. ASC, man, certified.
For sure,
certified.
For sure, I use this on the Tesla windshield. But that's what we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, Tesla.
The Tesla.
So
go things that suck on it. The wheels.
What we got?
The wheels suck.
The wheels, the
wheels,
covers,
tires, the whole shebang. All that whole gamut, son. The wheel well, all that. I consider when I say rims, when I say wheels, that's what I mean by
the whole tire. The whole
if I say you gotta get the tires, that means the whole shebang.
The whole wheel, yeah. Because when we clean, we do the tire shine at the end. But if we're like, yo, what are you working on right now? Oh, the wheels. Okay, cool.
That's everything.
Okay, then you got it. You're so the wheels are rough because in this last time we did the Tesla truck, what happened? What did you notice about the wheels?
Oh, so my man had the
covers.
The cover. You guys seen the cover? I don't know what the cover's for.
Yeah,
anyway,
the cover.
Yeah. When that cover comes off, what do you think's happening behind on that rim?
Yeah.
Everything's just getting caked on. And that's what we dealt with this one.
Yeah.
Everything was caked on that thing.
Yeah, it was rough. It wasn't terrible, horrific, but it took longer and it wasn't any more fun. Because we don't pull them off and put them back. Some people pull them off. This is a maintenance vehicle. We're doing once monthly. We're not pulling that wheel, the cover off. And
those are the standard wheels on it, right? Those are
Yes.
the OEM wheels?
Yes.
So the OEM wheels, they got a lot of
spokes.
They got a lot of little spoke grooves where you're going, you have to hit every single one.
And then they got that special Goodyear tire.
Oh, the meaty,
That's
the real meaty tire.
Jeez. I gotta have and this is why we're looking for the solution for the spray, because it's like you got one type of tire up top, another type of tire in the middle, then you got another
That's what the sprayer might be used for. Not just to test the tire.
Maybe.
Because if you get overspray, who cares? You're going to get overspray on that thing.
Yeah, but you know what hit that well? The PSS. I hit the those went on the tire. Nice. But the tires itself, the wheels and tires, that's extra amount of time. So
so wheel tires, they just suck.
Yeah. So we got and not to mention, don't do this thing in the daytime.
Yo, but let's talk about time. How much time are you spending on the wheels versus another Denali truck? What's the time difference?
I haven't done it, but I'm gonna say
roughly. What's the feel? Give me the feeling time.
Fuck. It feels like 10 minutes.
Damn.
It feels like 10 minutes. I don't want to say that, but it feels like 10 minutes. It could be longer. But it feels like 10. To me, it feels like I'm always rushed. Like you know when you go past, you get that feeling when you're past a certain amount of time you should be doing something, whether you're doing a paint correction or something, like, I know this thing is taking me a lot longer than it should. Because your muscle memory of time and time management and how long it takes you to do things. To me, I feel like I'm losing a lot of time at that. Not only the cleaning, but the finishing stage of those wheels. It's too much time.
Will suck.
Yeah. So the wheels.
And you were saying don't
do it when it's hot.
Don't do it when it's hot.
Because this thing will burn the shit out of you.
It dries fast. The whole vehicle. The whole top is glass. Yeah. So we all know glass.
And people are like, okay, measurement size. Yeah, I understand. It's a little bit. It's like 1 or 2 inches shorter than like the F250 or whatever. Shorter. But it has nothing to do with the size. It's a shape.
And there's more surface area.
Yes, there's a lot of surface area. It's like the top is like just a big hood. I understand that, there might be the same amount of surface area, just in a different direction for an average vehicle.
But also when that thing gets beat up, the front of it, the windows, you can't hit it with your high pH stuff.
No.
That's another thing that sucks about this vehicle. We can't go hard in the paint on this thing. With MSN, the Green Star.
There's a lot of stuff that'll discolor it.
Mind you, and this thing is ceramic coated.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, the last time I did it, I got those fingerprints out with that FSE. I got the fingerprints that are always a bitch to get out. That FSE took it out, no problem. So if you guys don't have FSE, I wish I would have recorded that one, because I've been recording a few of them because FSE is just blowing my mind. Like, this shit's wild.
But the inside is nice. The door jam. Oh, the door jams. The door jams. Lord, man. That door jam is horrible.
Yeah.
But the interior itself is fairly. Let's thank God. It's my man's truck, so he's using it for his vehicle.
Yeah.
But if someone let's just say you have a baby and you let that baby walk on the dash and there's
touching shit,
touching everything you literally got to get on the seat, man, and do the soldier boy all the way to get to the.
Because there's like a big it's Alcantara, right? The whole front part. Like, that's in front. It goes a dash, and then there's another section in front of that just is covered with Alcantara, and you got to clean that. Link gets up there, but it's a lot of space in that vehicle,
man. But the thing else that sucks about the interior, other than those two things, is pretty easy when they have those custom fitting Tesla mats, because those things suck to take out.
Yeah,
like
because they don't separate. It's just one big one.
They fit so piece. Good, like
because the seat doesn't.
The seat doesn't go. I know, that's so dumb how that seat doesn't go.
I keep looking for somewhere. I need to Google it to see if they actually have something.
There's got to be, right?
I don't think
Elon wouldn't do that, would it? Hey guys, so if you guys work on a Tesla truck, there's the back seat. Is there a way to make it?
And let us know if you guys have this problem, because people always ask us, "Do you guys still detail?" Yeah, we still detail.
Yeah,
but these Cybertrucks, man, it's again, we were talking about making a decision that's going to cost you in the long run. If I was just starting out and because we charge a decent amount for the service that we're doing for this client, and this isn't the only vehicle we're doing of the client, but we're just noticing this feels like a full detail every time we do it, just because of the work that we're having, because the pressure washer is not even getting some of the stuff on. I'm still cleaning after the fact. It's tough. These trucks are tough. It's not an easy cleanup. Maybe for somebody, he treats this car like a truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More on the lines of work truck, but the exterior, I would say, more like a work truck. Interior, more like your normal daily driver. Nothing too crazy. But the exterior is what takes a lot of our time. Yeah. And it's crazy, man. Could you imagine those guys coming in pricing something like this at the wrong price?
The good
You're
thing
losing
about
money.
Is the part, the stainless steel part, stuff comes off easy, like grime comes off easy. But that's not what we're talking about. That part is easy.
Yeah.
It's the black and it's the trim on down. If there's trim and everything.
Oh, and then the water channeling, you get drips all over. Like the back bumper, it's just like constantly a puddle back there. Like throughout your whole job, it's just going to keep puddling. It's a lot of work to keep up those vehicles if they're used as a truck. I would even assume just daily drivers, like guys on the freeway a lot. Those things are going to, we haven't experienced any kind of tar removal or anything needed. No, luckily.
Well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on the black trim. So it sucks.
Yeah.
Black trim tar.
Yeah. So
we done with this Tesla truck, man.
Yeah.
Y'all had a good day to the Tesla truck.
Yeah. Where you want to take this?
And then we talking about the scammers, right?
Yeah, we're talking about scammers, profits.
So what I think about those scammers, man, they're out there. There ain't nothing you could do about it. You just got to be smart, which a lot of folks aren't, unfortunately. But the thing about those type of things, in detailing, you see on Instagram, you see a lot of ads, like all this stuff popping up. And to me, it's like, first, now I want to be very careful what I say, because I'm not trying. When I see ads already, I'm already kind of like, because there's a lot of scammers come from ads.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
It's almost like it's the same thing nowadays.
Yes.
It almost feels like every ad is a scam.
Yeah, yeah. But shout out to the guys that do the ads and they're not scam, because there is a need for some ads. Yeah. That's not what I'm talking about. But
and we're not saying everybody's a scammer.
Yes. But when I see a lot of the detailing ads, and they're done better than a lot of people's Instagrams already, like the commercial looks like, okay, they spent some time into this. I'm already like, nah, dog. You ain't getting me. Not me, son. I'm taking this with YouTube University.
Yeah, you already know. You already know what time it is when you see what they like. I see that it's all cheesy. Nah. No. That's when you hit the three little buttons up top. Don't
report.
Hide this shit. Nope. Don't want that scam. Get the fuck out of here. It's pretty easy to make money. There's no secret to it. You don't need to buy a program and we ain't trying to hate on nobody's money, but we're just trying to let people know it doesn't take that much. Just do things right, be honest, and throughout this whole journey of starting your business or scaling it, you're just gonna keep learning. You're just gonna keep learning. But as long as you've reduced your risk so much, you have a lot more room to fail than the average person before they go under. You give yourself a fighting chance. So don't get scammed when you see that $100,000 detail a year.
There's a lot of guys that look up. Don't want to say look up, but they're easily persuaded.
Yeah.
So they get their emotion gets into it, and then they become part of the scam, and they don't even know it.
Oh yeah.
That sucks too.
Man, that happens.
You're a scammer, and you don't even know you're a scammer.
Yeah. They really think that they're doing a good thing. No, no, we're helping people. Oh no, this is how you do it. This is how.
Scam, brother.
It's like, hey,
you part of the scam, man.
Yeah, it's and those are that's the stuff.
That's the part where I don't feel bad about the scam. I feel bad for those dudes, because those guys, I pity the fool.
Yeah, it's just, hey man, those are the ones that they buy into that stuff. And we've worked with guys that have bought into stuff. They're like, hey man, I paid for this program or this and that, and they have no results to prove for it. Say, well, they said it's going to take like 2 years. I'm like, 2 years? It's going to take you 2 years to start seeing results? You got to put in 2 years. Can you afford that, first of all?
That's like someone saying,
can you afford to go 2 years?
That's like someone saying, hey, it's going to take you 2 years to lose 10 pounds. It's like, damn.
Yeah. So it's like we teach people stuff, and there's a lot of guys out there. We'll teach you stuff how to make more money today within the hour. We'll show you how to go double your money next month. It's just these guys, they're just selling the dream. They're just selling the dream. They're just selling you what you want to hear, and that's it. Keep it real, and they ain't telling you about the problems that come along with this shit either.
Word. That's it for them?
That's it. That's all I got.
Yo, it's still cold out there, so make sure you guys check out the Details merch in the store.
Oh yeah, we got the hoodies.
Get your hoodie on. Get your beanie on.
That's right.
And then for the summer, we got them slides.
Yes, sir.
Check it out.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one.